What I do when I come back into a gang darkroom is called a gang darkroom because it's shared, right? When you're in a gang darkroom, you want to double check that nothing happened to your enlarger while you were out checking your test strip. You never know if somebody bumped into it or didn't know you were working it or whatever. So I always come back, before I take out my big piece of paper, I always come back and just double check. Oh, looks exactly the way I left it. Maybe I didn't center it perfect, so I'm just going to re-center this. Okay. Looks good. Nothing happened since the last time we looked at it. So I'm going to turn it back to time, turn it off, dial in my exposure time of 7 seconds. And now I'm going to grab a piece of photo paper and put it into the easel. The way we put our photo paper in the easel is as follows. Shiny side up, open your easel, and what I like to do is hold it down even while I'm doing this. Lean the frame against the neck of the enlarger. Take your paper, and you need to push your paper up and to the left. There's 4 little bumps that stick up from the bottom of the easel that are hidden by that frame. And so you put your paper up to those. I like to hold my paper with my fingernails or fingertips. Lower the easel frame onto my arm, stick my other hand over it, hold that down with a finger, and then lower the easel there. Always ensuring that my paper's being held down while I'm dropping that easel frame. Otherwise it's going to slide out of place, and you'll have an uneven print. Okay, so time, 7 seconds, set exposure, timing, go. And that's it. That's a print. Now we're going to put it in the developer and see what the enlargement looks like. This I shot, I think in 2004. I developed this film during class. So this is a 7-year-old roll of film that I shot.
And it's Astoria Boulevard?
It's actually 30th Avenue.
Wow.
30th Avenue.
We stored it.
Yep. That place,
Still there.
still there. Next to that place was my favorite chicken place.
Yeah, that's gone.
Just not for a long time. You know that block?
Yeah.
30th Avenue between 35th and 36th Streets or something like that? Used to be Pollo Lomas. Which was the best. If you want to be in a chicken place in the city. And then they retired. They're like, we're retired. And now it's a Greek cafe. I mean, it's a good Greek cafe, but it's no what? Pollo Lomas.
Yeah.
Okay, so how long do you keep your print in your developer? 90 seconds, 120 seconds, that range when you're using RC paper. Pick up your, people, these tongs are disgusting. Assume that they're gross when you put them up. And you want to clean them off as best you can. I'm going to stick them in the water over here. I'm going to rub them on the side of the tray a little bit. I'm going to swoosh them in the developer and rub them together, rub that again. Get whatever other chemical that's been on these tongs off. If you grab your paper with a tong that was just in the stop, you'll have a nice purple tong print with drip marks. If you grab one that was in the fix, you'll have a nice brown tong print with drip marks. You want the tongs to be fully coated in developer, excuse me, when you grab your print in the developer and not have anything else on it. And even then, be really careful about where you're grabbing your print. I like to grab it in the cornermost corner because I can cover that with a mat if it's disgusting. Okay, so let it drip. I'd say 30 seconds.
Is that the whole picture?
Yep, it's the whole thing. And slide it into the top, sorry. So now I know my tongs have been in my hand the whole time. These are not disgusting anymore. I will, however, give them a little rinse before grabbing from the stop. But really, people, before you grab your print in the developer, it is imperative, absolutely, that you get your tongs as clean as possible. There's so many good prints that I've seen ruined by tong stains in this darkroom. It makes me sad. Maybe I had too much coffee today. It makes me sad.
Destroyed too.
Ah, that makes me sad too. I've done it. How'd you destroy your film? Fix first. You open them up? Where?
In the bathroom, there was like some like secret that was written down.
So you loaded your tank in the bathroom?
No, I was just taking it out to put another film in.
You need
So I
to
could take
rewind
another
it.
picture. Yeah,
Now you remember. You only mess that kind of thing up once, right? I once ruined 10 rolls of film. If that makes you feel any better. All at once. Yeah. I had 2 5 tanks from a shoot that I just did earlier that day. It was a model that asked me to take pictures of her, and I was like, okay. I'll take a picture. 10 rolls later, I'm about to I measure out my developer, I measure out my fix, and as I'm pouring in what I thought was my developer, I look down and see that my developer is still in the sink. And then I graduated. 10 rolls. Never again. That's one time back. Okay, so let's check this out outside. I